Alright, zombie survivalists, James with the Z.E.D here again. We haven't been able to produce a video for you recently, so I thought I'd go ahead and put one together on uh, handgun holsters, specifically handgun. Reason being, in zombie survival, having a way to transport your handgun on your person, a holster, a proper way to do it, I should say, is important. It frees up, let's say, your pockets or your waistbands for other things. It keeps the handgun secure, keeps it a bit more comfortable, in my opinion, than just sticking in a waistband or between your belt and your pants, or in a pocket, or in a jacket pocket. So it keeps it a little bit more secure, or I should say a lot more secure. It keeps it more comfortable, and in my opinion, it's safer. That's just my opinion. So it's something to definitely think about. Most shooters, especially handgun shooters, tend to have some type of holster set up. At least in my experience, most tend to. But if you're new to shooting or new to zombie survival with the thoughts or the goal of getting into shooting to prepare for a zombie outbreak, a holster is something to keep in mind. Now, firstly, don't buy a holster without a handgun. If you don't have a handgun, wait till you have one before you buy a holster for it. Why I say this is not every holster can hold any type of gun in it. There are certain holsters out there from a variety of companies that are made to hold just one specific type of gun. And if you don't have that gun and you buy that holster, you're going to be out of luck. There are other holsters out there that hold a couple of different makes and models of guns, of handguns, but you have to make sure yours fits in that criteria. If it doesn't, don't order that holster. So with that in mind, let's look at it this way. Why worry about a holster? You may be thinking, I can just tuck it in my pants, put it in a pocket, whatever. It doesn't matter how big the gun is. I can do that as long as it's held in place. I'm fine. Well, a couple of reasons here for you right now. During a zombie epidemic, when a zombie outbreak is full going and widespread, you're probably, and I say probably very loosely, because I'm going to say almost definitely, you're going to be carrying some type of defensive item on you at all times. And if you have a handgun, chances are you're going to have a handgun on you almost 24/7. So when you think about that and just tucking a gun down your pants or whatever, you're going to want that comfort that comes for having a proper holster to hold your handgun securely. And when you think about the fact that you're not going to be just sitting still or standing around and walking around, you're going to have to run sometimes. You're going to have to probably climb some fences or climb up debris, climb down debris, dive under things to hide, let's say, crawl around, climb up ladders, you name it. You have to perform a lot of activities. And if a handgun isn't properly secured on your person via a holster, it could have a very good chance of falling out, and then either discharging, which is dangerous, and also alerts the zombies prematurely, and it could break the handgun depending on the height you're at and what type of handgun it is. And you don't want that. So that's really the big reasons is it keeps it secure and comfortable and safe than just having it in a pocket somewhere or tucked in a pants somewhere throughout the entire day. Now we're talking about preparing here and planning, and that's the big part of zombie survival. The time is now to prepare and be ready for it. So you have the time now to go out and get that handgun, or get your permit, or learn to shoot and get a handgun, and then get that holster. So let's look at a couple of ideas as far as to think about for buying a holster. Regardless of whether you're going to order the holster offline or at a local gun dealer, you need to know your handedness for shooting. Now, this is not about eye dominance. It's about, do you shoot left-handed? Do you shoot right-handed? Once you figure that out, you can now go ahead and start looking at holsters in terms of if you're left-handed holsters, or right-handed holsters, because not all companies make all their models in left and right-handed. Most do, but not all of them do. you're gonna have to think about that. And then once you figure that out, you gotta think about the make and model of your handgun. Not all holsters, like I say, can hold every handgun out there. So once you find some models of holsters out there that fit your handgun, now you can look at, do I want it on the hip? Do I want it inside the pants in like a belly gun type of holster configuration, outside the pants configuration, leg strap type of deal? Do you want ankle strap, shoulder, holster, all the different configurations out there? And once you figure out which ones you like, if you have the benefit of them being at a local gun store, you could see how it feels on the person, see how the gun fits into it, and then you can make your purchase. But remember, everything has to feel right. Now, with this shoulder holster you see here on the top, the straps are adjustable, meaning the holster and the extra magazine holder can be brought up closer to your armpits or lower, farther away from your armpits, depending on your body type and everything like that, and preference. So that's really the very basics if you think about holster purchasing. You gotta think about where on your body do you want the gun to sit, and keep in mind we're not just talking about going to and from the range or whenever you may legally carry your handgun, but we're talking about full-fledged zombie outbreak. Society has been broken down and destroyed utterly, pretty much for now. Who knows what the future will bring right in that situation? Meaning, you're on your own. You're probably gonna be carrying your handgun all the time. That has a factor into it. It's not just a couple hours a day. It's 24 hours a day. It's pretty much 24 hours each day, I should say. Pretty much. And with that in mind, you have to think, what else would you be carrying on? You'd be having a backpack, a satchel. Are you gonna have a sling for a rifle or a shotgun? Are you gonna have some other type of thing like a crowbar, bow and arrow, crossbow, whatever it is? Are you gonna be carrying like a full-fledged hiking pack, completely with like one person or two person tent and a sleeping bag or a bedroll? What are you going to be carrying on you at the same time? And that will factor into the type of holster you have as well. Anyway, that's it for this little topic. Just something to think about. It's not, I don't want to say it's not a critical piece of gear, because it can quickly become a critical piece of gear, especially when you think about all the moving around you're going to do while having a handgun on you. You're going to want it as safe and secure as possible. At least I would. But it's not going to help you kill a zombie better or prepare a better shelter, no. But it's something to think about to help make the act of surviving easier. And one thing to think about is the convenience factor and the easy factor. Things that make the overall experience, if you will, a little bit easier to bear will also be helpful. So with that said, remember, the key to zombie survival is having a plan and preparing that plan and being prepared in general. So have a plan, be prepared, and stay safe. Take care.